How long have you had
Uh,
it?
well, it was my family home. My dad was actually born in the home.
Oh, wow. So you probably grew up playing in the yard and stuff.
I sure did. I sure did.
And that was what, a mere probably 25 years ago, based on what you sound like.
Oh, sure. We'll go with that.
That's right.
If you don't fail, you're not even trying. I'll say it again. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did.
All right, guys. Hope you're doing fantastic today. I'm here with Sean out of Arizona. We're doing a coaching call. Sean asked me to do a FISBO call, right? Like a live FISBO call so that he can kind of check out the script or the FISBO conversation in action. For any of you that watch a bunch of my videos, you know I don't like using the word script because if we are reading from a script, we sound like we're reading from a script. And we don't want to sound like we're reading from a script. We want to sound like we're having a very organic conversation. So today I've pulled up one FISBO. Now I've got more than that, but we're going to try one call, see if we can get one appointment and potentially pick up one listing. We're going to just do one call today. And so let me pull this up so you guys can take a look. All right, so this house, it's in a depressed area a little bit. So my starter homes are typically around 200,000 and up. Um, my midpoint for my market is 300,000 and up. This home is 1,848 square feet, 3 bed, 2 bath, sitting on 3/4 of an acre, and it is listed at 145. It's a good deal. Somebody's going to scoop this place up. It was built in, let's say when it was built. Oh, built in 2001. Let me show you guys these photos so you can see what I'm looking at. All right, so as you can see, not a bad looking house. Now, these photos, this is going to be one of the questions, right? We're looking at this listing on Zillow and we're wanting to find questions that we can ask, talking points. These photos were from 8/22 of 2016. Well, why do we have photos on here from what, 8 years ago? It's now 2024. Damn near, holy cow. It is 8/22, 2024 today. And these photos are from 8/22, 2016. How hilarious is that? But as you can see, there's nothing tremendous about this house. It's just a good starter home on 3/4 of an acre that somebody's going to pick up. And I'm just curious to see what the story is behind this. Not many photos, only been on for a day. And they are probably getting blown up with calls. Oof. A whole day on the market in this price point, 145 is unheard of. That's basically a house at 145 in this area. That's a house that needs full renovation. And maybe this is that. These photos are 8 years old. So maybe this house does need full renovation. But they only have, after a full day on the market, they only have 73 views and 4 saves. That is nothing. That's a damn shame, is what that is. Hope you guys enjoy these videos. I enjoy making them. This one's going to be short. It's going to be one call.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person at the tone, please record.
All right. So we're going to send them a message, first name question mark, and we're going to give them just a moment to see if they respond back. Here's a dilemma that we all face. They don't answer the phone. Right? Makes no sense. You just listed your house for sale yesterday and you don't answer your phone. All right. Her name is going to be Ashley. So let's see. Now we're going to lock. And this is something else that we want to do on every one of these calls. Lock them in. Lock them in as a contact in your phone. Now, in this case, first name Ashley. Fisbo is going to be the middle name. And Phillips Hill Road is going to be the last name. Ashley calls me back. She's going to pop up on my screen with her name, FSBO and the street name. It doesn't matter where I am. I could be at a grocery store. I could be, sitting down in a restaurant, whatever the case may be. I can answer it. I already know what kind of call it is, and I already know where to take the call. So we're going to give Ashley a couple of minutes to respond to this. Oh, here we go. All right, so she responded back. It's under contract. If you're texting about the property on Phillips Hill Road, it's under contract at the moment. Got it. Looks like only one day on Zillow. All right. So here's a case where she looked down at her phone, she saw a number she didn't recognize, and she sent it to voicemail. Then I send her first name question mark, and she responds back with a long text about what's going on with the property and such. So we're going to stay in touch with Ashley. Ashley's going to be she's going to be on my weekly call list. Right, I'm going to call and check in and just see and someone started the paperwork already. All right, so I sent her over. Congratulations. My name is Shane. I'm a local realtor. Reach out with any questions during the process. Happy to help, and I'll send her my business card. I'm going to reach out to Amy once a week until her house closes. If it doesn't close, and here's the thing to remember, most of these, over 50% of FSBOs aren't able to get their house to a closing table. Something happens. And when that something happens, chances are they hand it off to an agent immediately, right? Because of the emotion. I got it under contract. It's sold. Oh, crap. Now we have inspections. Now we have an appraiser. And we have all this other stuff happening. And there's just no way to, because they're dealing in the unknown. So let me get set back up here. Since we did not have one conversation, I'm going to do one more. I want to have a conversation with someone so we can see, what is this one? And that's not necessarily a dead lead. I don't mind when FSBOs go under contract on their own because it so seldom works out for them. All right, so this next one I'm going to call is 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,653 square feet for $399,999. Here's a point where I may have a conversation with them when we're talking about price point, where I talk about price bracketing and how $399,999 is a terrible price to put on their house. When we're talking about price bracketing, we want to price our homes in $25,000 increments because that's how people are searching. So in this case, $399,999. If that person's searching from $300 to $400 and their max budget's $400, great, we got a buyer, right? But guess what? That buyer is operating at the very top of their limit, the very top of their budget. It's going to be the most difficult negotiation because they have no extra money. They're buying at their maximum power. And here's the other thing about that, though, right? $399,999. Guess what happens to everybody that's searching from $400 to $500? They don't see it because of $1, because of 100 pennies. They don't even get to see this property to see if it's a good fit for them. And if they're searching from $400 to $500, that means their budget's $500. And guess what? This might be the perfect house for them. And at the same time, they're saving $100,000. And if that's the case, how difficult do you think those negotiations would be? Easy. This home should have been priced at $400,000 on the nose. You catch everybody searching from $300 to $400. You catch everybody searching from $400 to $500. You get double eyes on it, double chance of finding that buyer that wants to come forward. This house is a historic house built in 1880, sits on 1.32 acres, and it's close. It's in North Carolina, but it's close to the Virginia line for those people that commute. Let me pull it up so you guys can take a look at it. So here we go. $399,999, 3-bed, 3-bath, 2,653 square feet. You can see the front view. Looks like a fairly small house, but this house is deep, deeper than it is wide. And so when you look at the side view, this is the front porch right here, and you can see that this house continues on to the back quite a ways. Photos aren't terrible. They're not professional photos. That's a cute photo. We seldom get snow here in North Carolina, and even more seldom any that hangs around for any length of time. Home is being sold as is. Oof. I don't know why you would highlight that photo, because that shed or garage looks like it's about ready to fall down. It looks like they kind of went through and pulled a bunch of photos from the past too. Like that looks like a photo of a photo maybe. And it needs some updating inside. It's got wood paneling, tile ceiling, pretty interesting wallpaper. Original hardwood floors, wide plank, probably hardwood floors under all of this. Got a lot going for it. It's over an acre, and it's in an area that's pretty desirable, and somebody will pick this thing up. All right, not a lot of photos. Stop share. Private sewer / water, storm sash water softener, remodeled inside out in the 60s. Prime location, less than an hour drive to Outer Banks, NC or Chesapeake, originally family-owned residence since pre-1900. All right, 24 days on. It's got 500 views, 523 views, and 30 saves. So not much in the way of views. It appears to be vacant. I don't think anyone's living in it. The number is a little out of the area. It's a North Carolina number, but it's out further west. So we'll see.
Hello.
Good evening. My name's Shane. I'm a local real estate agent. I see you got a property out there in Camden that's for
Yes.
sale by owner.
Yes.
Gotcha. How's that going for you? Is your phone blowing up?
We've had quite a few calls. We really
Yeah.
have had several people come in and look at it.
Nice. Well, it's a desirable area for sure. Is that being lived in currently or no?
It is not.
I
It
gotcha.
is not.
I gotcha. Has it been vacant long? I know when they sit vacant, they tend to deteriorate pretty quick.
Well, it does need some work inside.
Okay.
It's an older home. It was built in 1880.
Nice.
So,
Nice. How long have you had it?
well, it was my family home. My dad was actually born in the home.
Oh, wow. So you probably grew up playing in the yard and stuff.
I sure did. I sure did.
And that was what, a mere probably 25 years ago, based on what you sound like.
Oh, sure. We'll go with that.
That's right. Oh, good stuff. Well, are you open to working with the buyer's agent if the offer made sense?
Not yet.
Okay.
We've had people contact us, but I think we'd like to try this first.
Of course. Well,
yeah.
commissions are expensive. So if you can, potentially get somebody, up to bat and you don't have to pay a commission, that certainly makes a lot of sense.
Right.
Okay. Well, can I ask you a couple of questions about the house?
Sure.
So I'm looking at the photos and stuff. I see some photos look like maybe they're older photos and some are newer photos. Are most of these photos current?
Most of them are. All the inside pictures I took recently.
Okay.
I know my brother and I both put pictures there, and some he put on there. I think he put a picture when it snowed there.
That's
so
a great
obviously-
picture. I would absolutely leave that picture on there for sure. We so infrequently get real snow here that.
Oh, I know.
Nice. What kind of renovations have been done to it recently? Do you know?
None since the 60s.
None since the 60s. Okay, so it's got the roof on it from the 60s?
Right. Well, I think the roof actually has been replaced since then.
Okay.
I don't remember the year. I want to say it's been in the 2000s, but I don't remember what year.
Gotcha. I see an HVAC unit in one of the photos. Does the HVAC and all work, or is it one of the things that needs fixing?
It had been working fine this summer when I was going, and we're right at the end of right before we put the signs up. The air was not working, and it may just be a small glitch I don't know.
Gotcha.
But the air was only central air. There's no heat. The heat is oil.
I gotcha. Okay. Nice. Now, is that an underground tank or an above ground tank for the oil?
It was an above ground tank. I'm not sure how it is right now. My brother knows more of that part of it.
I gotcha. I gotcha. Are you, I know you're not living in the house. Are you local to the house or are you somewhere else?
No, I live near Raleigh and my brother's in Florida.
Gotcha. Gotcha. So how are you accommodating showings? Is there a lockbox on it?
I have a neighbor who's
Oh,
doing it
neighbor.
for me.
Very cool. Yeah. Yeah. We all need neighbors like that can kind of look after us.
That's right. Well, they have looked after, even before all this, they've been the ones looking after the yard and
Yeah.
so forth. So they're wonderful neighbors.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. Well, let me do this. I'd like to send you over my resume so you can meet me on paper. What's a good email for you?
All one word is math.
All right. At Yahoo. I got that. And I know you said earlier that you're going to try this for a while. If it doesn't sell in the next 30 or 45 days, at that point, do you think you're going to look at other options to maybe get it sold, or what are you thinking?
We might. It's kind of a joint thing between my brother and myself. So
I got you.
I'll have to,
Yeah, for sure. Well, I tell you what, I'd like to slide through and take a look at it. I'm going to be out in that area on Monday. I've got a closing in Elizabeth City. Would it be possible for me to arrange with the neighbor to walk the property and get inside, take some photos and stuff?
I'm not sure. She's working during the day.
Okay.
She's working at the school, and so I'm not sure what her schedule's going to be on a weekday.
I could do later in the afternoon or in the evening, like around this time, if that works better for, because my closing is at 2 o'clock over there at Elvin Small's office in Elizabeth City. And then I could slide out there, stop and eat some late lunch and then slide out there, 5, 6 o'clock if that works for her.
Well, I tell you what, when you send me the information, give me the phone number. I can't write it down right
Yes,
now.
ma'am.
And I'll contact her and see what she can do. She'll actually call you.
Okay. Okay. That sounds good.
Okay. Her name is
Awesome.
Allison.
Allison. And what is your name? I don't think I got it.
You didn't. My name is Susan.
I'm looking forward to seeing the place, and I will send you over that resume as soon as we get off here. While I'm walking through the house, I'll catalog a few things that I see that might come up on like an inspection report or something like that. How are you as far as the offers that you're accepting? Are you doing just cash and conventional? Are you trying to just straight up do cash deals? I know VA and FHA have some pretty strict regulations on repairs and all that they have to be done before the house closes.
Well, we were planning on selling it
as is property. Yep. So that would be a cash or conventional only kind of deal.
Right.
Any word on the septic system? How that is? I'm just trying to kind of.
It's worked fine.
Okay.
It is not the county septic system. There is a septic tank in the yard.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, once I get done on Monday or whatever day works for your friend, what was her name again? I want to write it down so I don't forget it.
Her name is Allison.
Allison, you did say that. Yeah. Okay. And once I get done with touring the property, I might reach back out to you, maybe do a Zoom meeting or whatever, so we can meet face to face. I'm not coming to Raleigh anytime soon, but maybe we can meet face to face that way. And
where are you located?
I'm in Edenton.
Oh, Edenton. Okay.
Yep. I live down here in the Chowan River. My wife and I, we've got 2 little ones. I say little; they're 11 and 14 now, so I guess they're medium, not really little. But we moved here from Virginia 6 years ago. We found a waterfront home down here that we fell in love with.
Oh, I can see why. It's beautiful there.
Yes, ma'am. It sure is. And Camden is desirable. You're so close to the line that you're going to get all of those people that are working at the shipyard or whatever that want to live somewhere where they can, you get a lot more house for your money on this side of the line versus the Virginia side of the line.
Very
So,
true.
yeah, somebody's going to scoop this place up.
Schools are good too.
Uh,
Camden schools
The
are very
best,
good.
the best in this area, I think, by far.
Yep, they are.
Very nice. Well, Susan, it was nice meeting you. My name's Shane Noblin. When we get off here, I'm going to send you my resume and an email. If you don't see it, maybe 5 minutes or so, maybe check your spam folder. It might have dropped in there since I've never emailed you before. But if you have any questions or anything comes up, like if a buyer's agent is bringing you a buyer, they're looking after that buyer's interest. It's kind of like going into court without an attorney kind of thing. So feel free to reach out and ask me any kind of question about whatever that comes up if you're not sure.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. Thank you.
Have a great afternoon or evening.
You too.
All right. See you, ma'am.
All right. Bye bye.
All right, guys. So let me pull you guys back up full screen. You can see how I maneuver through that conversation, and I am speaking like really comfortably with that prospect. Now, here's something that we come across frequently is the house is vacant, and in this case, she lives 4 hours away. She's still in the state, but she's 4 hours away. So what do we do if we can't get an appointment? I don't know that I've ever gone over this on my YouTube channel before. So it's good that I came across this. I can thank Sean for prompting me to make this call so that we could have this video, for this situation. So in a situation like this, we still want to tour the property. And what I do is, since they're not local, right, and houses do deteriorate when they're vacant, I can go around the property and take photos of things that will come up on an inspection report, or things that may be an eyesore for potential buyers, or whatever the case may be, right? We're looking to lean on reciprocity to get people to trust us to help them down the road. And so we want to give freely at the beginning so that when the time comes where they're fed up with doing this on their own, and if you remember from what she said, she wants to try this for just a little bit before going another direction. The other direction is hiring a real estate agent. And I didn't hear her say anything about already knowing a real estate agent, already having a friend that's going to be listing it for her, any of those things. I would have gone down the same path anyway, right? It's just one more hurdle that you have to overcome. You have to show your worth is greater than the worth of the agent that they already know, that never reaches out to them and never talks to them. But in this case, she's not local, but I still want to have this meeting. I still want to meet her. I still want to get an appointment. And so I have set myself up so that I can go by and tour the property, take photos while I'm there. While I'm there, as I'm snapping photos, I'm going to be sending those photos to her so that she can see the current condition of her property, right? Again, leaning towards reciprocity to pay us back down the road. And then once I'm done with that, the following day, I'm going to set up a Zoom meeting with her so that I can meet her in person and just kind of chat with her a little bit about the home, about what my thoughts are, that kind of thing. That's my listing appointment. So while I didn't set a listing appointment necessarily on this call, I laid the groundwork for the listing appointment or for the preview appointment to come. And it's going to be a two-stager. It's going to be me going to the property in person, followed up with me doing a Zoom meeting with her so that she can meet me in person. I can meet her in person, and we can chat a little bit about what it looks like working with me down the road if that ever comes up, if she ever gets fed up with the process and wants to do that. Sean, if you want to unmute for a second, any thoughts on that?
It was very nice.
Thank you. Thank you. That's really the goal that we're going to be like really driving home, is just being comfortable with people, right? If you are comfortable with someone, she could be my aunt, right? Like I want to carry that kind of conversation on with this lady, where I'm just a regular guy out here grinding my face off, getting these deals done. When I send over my resume, I'm also going to have a link to my Zillow reviews and stuff so that she can see all the homes that I sell and all that, and the areas where I sell them. I sell all in her area for sure, and in other areas of the state, but certainly all in her area. So she's going to be able to take a deep dive into what I'm all about. And I'm going to get in front of her next week, probably Tuesday, because I've tentatively set up this appointment to meet with her friend Allison on Monday. And then I'll get up with her on Tuesday. And who knows, maybe Allison needs real estate help, right? Don't put on blinders. If a neighbor is coming over and helping with showing the property, let's have a conversation with the neighbor. How are you doing? Right? How long have you lived over there? Do you have any real estate needs? Right? Let's have a conversation and secure two birds with one stone. Right? If nothing else, you're just going to build that relationship so that if Allison does ever need something down the road, you're the one that she thinks of because you are about your business. So I hope you guys liked the video. Sean, I hope you got a lot out of it. If you guys want to do one-on-one coaching with me, you have that ability in the link below or in the comments below. I've got a link for my Calendly. Book a call on that. Be more than happy to sit down and go over what one-on-one coaching looks like with me. And if you are considering a brokerage swap, we could always talk about that as well. Same Calendly link. I'm adding people to my team every day. I've got 50 now in 28 states and a couple of countries. And we're really taking this thing to the next level at every opportunity. So hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you on the next one.
Success is 1% dreaming and 99% doing. You build your future. It's not handed to you.